The Boston Red Sox just got an absolute steal in the MLB Draft. I'm here to break down who Kyson Witherspoon really is and how great he can be on the next stage, as well as how Craig Breslow had himself a night. We'll break down all of that on this episode of Red Sox Digest. Please first remember to scroll down and smash that subscribe button, as nearly 90% of you guys watching this video are not currently subscribed to the channel. We do appreciate all the love and support, so thank you guys. But now let's get to it and break down how this was just a great start to the draft for the Boston Red Sox. And I'm going to give a lot of credit to Craig Breslow. And it feels rare, it feels weird to do so, because usually I am ragging on him and I'm not enjoying the things that he does. This I absolutely enjoy. He went out and had himself a night and drafted not only great players, but dominantly pitching. He went out and got a lot of college guys that are good, noticeable arms that could be very good on the next level, including their 15th overall pick in Kyson Witherspoon. This was a phenomenal pick. Now, overall, the Red Sox grabbed 4 of the top 61 players in Just Baseball Media's top 315 draft prospects. Just Baseball is great. They cover the game of baseball so very well. I love their content. If you don't know who they are, go check them out. This tweet will be tagged down in the description, and their @ is in this tweet. Go click on it. Again, for who the Red Sox ended up drafting, the Red Sox have selected Oklahoma right-handed pitcher Kyson Witherspoon with the number 15th overall pick in the MLB Draft. Witherspoon ranked as the number 10 prospect on MLB Pipeline's draft rankings and as the 5th ranked pitcher on the board. This was an absolute steal for the Red Sox. And I will say, if you aren't a big draft person, if you don't follow the draft, if you don't follow the prospects, Witherspoon is a great prospect. And we're going to break down the scouting report in just a second and really just how filthy he is. But for the draft itself, it was just mayhem for the first 15 picks, 18 picks, if you will. The first 12 picks guaranteed. Just mayhem. Picks that weren't, the first 2 picks were surprising. There was a 17-year-old taken with the number 1 overall pick. The Angels threw an absolute haymaker, and no one saw it coming, taking another pitcher that no one expected. It was mayhem. It really, really was. It was a lot of fun, and the Red Sox benefited from it, and it was awesome to see, as not only with the 15th overall pick, but throughout the entirety of the MLB Draft, they went out there and simply understood the assignment and went and got established arms, at least at the college level, that are hopefully going to be able to translate to the next level because of the stuff we have seen through the college experience from these guys. Now, Christopher Smith, we're going to cite him a bunch here, as he goes on to say 15 of Craig Breslow's 21 draft picks so far since taking over as Red Sox chief baseball officer have been pitchers. That includes 1 two-way player. Now, nothing relatively new, as this was a trend that Breslow was following, but it's good to see. But Christopher Smith went on to speak a little too soon, as quickly after he went on to say 16 of Craig Breslow's 22 draft picks as Red Sox chief baseball officer have been pitchers, and then with a gift from training day with Denzel Washington. But it is what it is. We move on to the actual scouting report. Now, this is a copy and paste from MLB.com in their scouting report, again citing from Christopher Smith on Twitter. And this is great stuff because the fastball is electric. It tops out in the high 90s, if not 100 miles per hour. The slider can top out at 91. It sits around 88, but again, slider is extremely, extremely hard, and it does have wipeout stuff. It has the ability to really sweep across the plate. It has great horizontal movement, as well as great depth in the pitch, has a lot of sinking action, and you see that with the curveball as well that Witherspoon does maintain. It's not a Zach Greinke-esque curveball, we're not going to say that, or a Clayton Kershaw, but it does have good movement, and it is thrown aggressively, and it says here, I believe it's in the the lower 80s, I believe, the more consistently of his low 80s downer curveball, giving him another plus offering, while his upper 80s changeup is in a work in progress that gets too firm, but will slow, interesting fading at times. So it's interesting. He's working on a changeup. The curveball's the low 80s. He also throws a low 90s cutter. He has a 5-pitch mix. It's going to be 5 once he establishes this changeup and actually can throw it in game effectively. But right now, dominantly that 4-pitch mix, working on the 5th, and it's great. He has wipeout stuff with the breaking stuff with the slider as well as the curveball, adding that changeup, and then he has 2 forms of that fastball that he can throw by guys. One with that horizontal movement in the cutter that he can get in on left-handed pitching because of the velocity that he maintains, as well as pairing it with that high 90s to low hundreds fastball. This guy is going to make massive strides in the MLB level, I hope. Definitely going to fly through the minor leagues, in my opinion. I think we'll see him in AAA in no time. If you look back at his college career, he was not playing scrubs. Like, he wasn't playing D2 ball. He wasn't playing low D1 ball against low tier teams, if you will. He was playing for the University of Oklahoma in SEC baseball, and it's not SEC football. I understand it doesn't maintain the same really aura or really just magnitude, but it's credible. It's extremely credible, especially when you go out there and you're filthy. Now, at night in his year 2024 season, when he was 19 years of age with the University of Oklahoma, he posted a 3.7 ERA and he went 8-3 overall. But in this most recent season, his age 20 year, he was phenomenal. He ended up going 10-4. He posted a 2.6 ERA. He was really, really good. Started 16 games. One complete game in that, and overall really good stuff. That stuff was translating in the games, the scouting report that we just broke down. And not only there, but this guy was highly touted. Like, this guy was supposed to go top 10 without a doubt. Not only did we mention it before in the sense that he was number 10 on MLB Pipeline, but on Baseball America, he was ranked number 7 overall. And again, as a pitcher, that's massive. There was a lot of great pitching names that were in this draft, especially at the top of this MLB draft. And the fact that this guy was able to slide, like many guys were, the Red Sox were able to still land one of the best credible arms in this draft, and it's going to translate. I can't wait to see how this all plays out. And again, credit to Craig Breslow going out there and getting these names, going out and getting the pitchers that were available to him that seemed to be very highly touted going into this MLB draft. Let's hope they can all translate. Let's hope they all work out in this farm system for the Boston Red Sox and quickly develop to become notable names later down the line, whether it is in the minor league coming into the major leagues or if they quickly get brought up to the majors. I think the best one that has that chance is Kyson because of the overall just stuff that he maintains and the velocity, strictly because that if he can throw that fastball and consistently throw it 4 strikes and blow it by guys, and it doesn't run flat, and he has at least 1 or 2 other pitches he can pair with it, this kid's going to be gross. Like, we see this a lot in today's game. Paul Skeens was a bit of an outlier because he had a dominant 5-pitch mix coming into the MLB, and he's done nothing but just simply enhance that and turn pitches into basically wiffle balls when he throws them. He's an outlier. But now you have that kid for the Brewers, Jacob Misarowski. I apologize, I'm going to mispronounce that. He just got an all-star ballot after 5 appearances in the show. I don't agree with it, but he is filthy, and he gains a lot of attraction because of being so young and having such a violent delivery with such a wicked pitch mix and what he can deliver you at 102 miles per hour and that wipeout slider that sits from 91 to 94. He's ridiculous. But if you can get a mimic of that in Kyson with the 101 miles per hour, and then you can get that slider sitting around 90 to 91, and if you can't even add a little bit of velocity to it, sit around 92, 93, just imagine he's going to be a professional athlete now. He's not going to have school to deal with. He's not going to be a student athlete. He's going to be a professional athlete. He's going to do this for a living, and he's going to train his body like a professional athlete around other athletes at the professional level, and he's going to get better. He's going to obtain more skills and more abilities and just overall enhance his game. I can't wait to see how this all plays out. Credit to Craig Breslow. I feel like that's a rarity to say that, so I feel like we need to when we can. So overall, a great start to the MLB draft for the Boston Red Sox. I can't wait to see how it continues, and I will see you guys on the next episode of Red Sox Digest.